Hi everyone, welcome to Daytime, presented by California Closets.
Well, today we are bringing back one of our favorite segments, but in a big way by devoting a full hour to the feel-good stories that inspire us to shine.
We have some amazing people in our studio today who are defying the odds, making a difference, and uplifting others. You will meet them all, plus travel with us to local businesses that are spreading joy and positivity in our community.
Now, you may shed a tear at times, so grab the tissues, but overall, get ready to feel inspired and feel good because all of these stories are giving us a reason to smile.
And now we'd like to introduce you to a Tampa couple whose meet cute has Hallmark movie written all over it.
Yeah, we call it When Haley Met William. It's a sweet one, and it's a bit of a twist on your classic boy meets girl love story. In this case, the girl met the boy's brother first, and that's because she helped save the brother's life.
It was an Instagram post that inspired Haley Milks to donate her kidney to a total stranger, David Montado. She responded to the post and eventually met up with David and his fiancée, Melissa.
After some tests, they learned Haley and David were a nearly perfect genetic match, both with type O positive blood. So soon it was time for surgery, and good news, the transplant was a success. It was also at that very hospital where Haley met David's brother, William.
Perhaps it was love at first sight because before long, Haley and William had started dating, and they join us now to share more about this beautiful love story. I mean, my goodness. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
This is destiny. I mean, clearly destiny. Let's start with you, Haley. You see an Instagram post saying that someone needs a kidney, and you do what?
I was a single mom of 4 daughters, still have 4 daughters, and I couldn't sleep, so I was just scrolling through Instagram. I saw the post, and I immediately reached out to the person who had posted it. And she put me in touch with Melissa, who is now David's wife. And Melissa put me in touch with the Kidney Transplant Institute down in Miami. And I went through all the process. They take like 70 vials of blood. They do a psych test. MRI, CT scan. They make you meet with a kidney donor advocate so that they can make sure that this isn't going to impact you financially when you're recovering. And we were a match, so we did the surgery July 17th of 2019.
Wow.
I mean, you just have such a generous heart to do that for a total stranger. But then I want to get to like how the love story part of this came in. You met her right after the surgery, is that correct?
Yeah.
So I can imagine after surgery, you're probably not feeling like you're your cutest. You're in a hospital room, you're on morphine and all this other stuff. Why did you go in there?
So at first I wasn't even going to go that day. I was working at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel at the time, and I had a long shift, and I wasn't going to go. And my sister persuaded me to go. She's like, look, you could meet Haley, and then you could go see your brother. You know, he's not feeling well right now. He's sleeping, but, you know, he'll wake up. So I went over to the hospital room, and then as I get there, I walk in, and she starts to, like, adjust herself to get up, you know, to say hi. And I told her, look, don't get up. I'll come to you, you know. I shake her hand. It's very simple, just thank you, exactly what you would tell anyone else. Thank you for saving my brother's life. I really appreciate everything that you did for us. And you're so kind to donate your kidney and to do all this. And as I sat down, the best way that I've been able to explain it is everything kind of melted away. No one else was in the room. It was just her and I talking. At one point, a nurse came in, and I was like, oh, okay, there's other people here. Okay,
there's other people in the world.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
So then we kept talking for like another hour and a half, and then my sister starts to like nudge me and go, dude, are you gonna go see your brother? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to see my brother. I'm going over there. So went over there to see my brother. I was there for like 20 minutes, still not feeling good. So I was like, hey, look, you know, it's been fun. I'm gonna go, you know. And as I go to walk out, I'm thinking of ways to get back into her room. And the best thing that I could come up with was, you know, if they validate parking. You know,
That's
so
why you
I
went back
knocked on a
into
door and
Ask the person
I asked
recovering
her.
from surgery.
She's
Yeah,
like, how
that's
should
what I
I
said.
know?
Validate parking.
That's what I said. I go, how would I know that? I'm laid up in a hospital bed.
Yeah, I'm not going
I
anywhere.
was driven here.
Yeah.
Was it an instant connection for you? Did you want to keep talking to him for a long
Yes,
time there?
so
at the
much
hospital?
so that when he left my room, I called the nurse in and I told her, get me in the shower, do what you gotta do, change my clothes, no shame, put makeup on me. So when he came back in, I at least looked some semblance of decent.
She was great even before that.
Well, donating a kidney to a total stranger who's now your brother-in-law
Yes.
changed your life in ways that I'm sure you couldn't have imagined. And we have a special message for you from someone involved in this story. Take a look.
Hi, William and Haley. We just wanted to thank God that He brought you into our lives. We are so blessed that you answered the calling to be a living kidney donor. We wish you guys nothing but the best.
I really wish I had more ways to show you my gratitude. But I already did give you a brother. I mean, are we good? Thank you again. And we love you and we miss you guys. We'll see you soon.
Hope to see you soon. Bye.
You gave him your kidney. He gave you his brother.
Yeah, he reminds me of that all the time.
You get emotional still,
Yeah.
huh?
No, yeah, of course, always. You know, you hear in movies and all that stuff, you know, love at first sight and all this, but it wasn't a love at first. It wasn't like what you would see in the movies. It was something different for me. It was just everything kind of went away. You know, it was just, and I still feel that today. So.
Because you all actually went to the same high school at
Yeah.
one point, but it wasn't until this kidney donation
Right.
that your lives actually did intertwine, and it seems like it was just destined the whole time.
Yes.
That's awesome. It's a beautiful story.
And there's so many eerie similarities. Like my dad's name is David, his brother's name is David. His son and my mom have the same birthday. He has the same birthday as my ex-husband. His ex-wife and my daughter have the same birthday. So it's just like very strange.
Yeah.
You
Wow.
are connected. We loved
Yeah.
meeting you, and we're so happy
Thank
you're
you.
here in
Likewise.
Tampa Bay, doing well.
We love it here. We love it here. We're in Plant City now, and we have our business, our brick and mortar, and we love it there.
Congrats. The Montotos, Haley and William, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Also, thanks to David and Melissa for the video message. And there you have it, our first reason to smile of the hour, but we are just getting started.
That's right. Coming up on Daytime, presented by California Closets, the young woman fighting cancer and still living life to the fullest.
And next, I'm taking you to a cafe run by people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, and they make a delicious cup of coffee. We'll be right back. You're watching Daytime, presented by California Closets, your home reimagined.
Welcome back. In downtown Sarasota, there's a quaint local cafe where the coffee, the ice cream, and the pastries are top notch, but they're not the main reason, actually, that customers return again and again.
That's right. The people who work there are the main draw at Rise Up Cafe, where every employee has an intellectual or developmental disability. And as I discovered during my recent visit, they love working there, and they show up to work every single day with joy, gratitude, and determination to excel in their roles.
Have a nice day.
How long have you worked here, Kelly?
I am Susan Kiki.
Since the beginning?
Yes.
Oh, do you like working here?
Yes, I am.
Why do you like it?
Cause I like, making all the drinks.
You make all the
The
drinks.
drinks, yeah.
You're very good at it. This is
I mean, I'm good at it, yes.
this is a fancy machine.
Yeah, no, right?
Are you happy working here?
Yes, I am.
What kind of ice cream would you like?
I think I'll try the candy bar. Is that your most popular flavor?
Yeah. People will come in and have this or the encouragement if they like mint.
Encouragement. That's funny.
Yeah.
Mint and chocolate. How long have you worked here?
3 years.
And how do you feel about working here?
I love working here.
It's such a special place because it gives you opportunities that maybe otherwise you wouldn't have, right?
Yes. People that come in, I know them by name. Sometimes I'll know their drink, or sometimes I'll just change it.
Well, now you know my ice cream is candy bar.
Yes.
Thank you, Christy.
You're welcome.
Ben, how long have you worked here?
About 6 months.
6 months. What do you like about working here?
I like just the fact that they decided to make a place that involves all types of disabilities. Like for me, it's visual.
What does it mean to you to be able to have a place where you can work?
It makes me feel very good.
Love it. Of course. Woo!
This is Amanda Barr. She's the manager here. Amanda, this is such a great place.
Yes, thank you. It really is. It's a big light of sunshine, I think, in Sarasota.
I agree. So what's the mission behind Rise Up Cafe?
So our mission is to promote job inclusion for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So right now we have a list of about 25 employees that work for us over the 5 days that we're open, Tuesday through Saturday. And our main mission is to provide jobs for them and to show the community that they're more than capable of doing the work that people can do.
Who is welcome to work here?
So anybody who has an intellectual or developmental disability. So we have a lot of different employees. We have employees with Down syndrome, with autism, fetal alcohol syndrome, just cognitive delays. So anybody.
What kind of reaction do you hear from the people who walk in here and discover it? Like I did with my family, just by chance.
Oh, they love it because like a lot of times you wouldn't know. So outside it just says coffee and ice cream. And once you walk in and look at our mission board, it definitely shows that what we do here is such a huge part of Sarasota.
When you put your head on the pillow at the end of the day, how do you feel?
I feel really good about the work that I do here every day and that my staff do here every day, because I think it shows the community that, that they're more than capable of doing anything.
They can rise up.
That they can rise up, yes, yes, and that they can excel and that they can conquer all tasks. And so when I go to bed at night, I feel so proud to be a part of this mission. It's such a great place.
I have to go there.
You have to go there. And I just want to thank them so much again for having me. It was a great day. And if you'd like to support the nonprofit that runs Rise Up Cafe, visit theinclusionrevolution.org.
All right, and up next, what we can all learn from the TikToker who refuses to see a diagnosis as a defeat. Daytime will be right back. Welcome back to Daytime and our Reason to Smile show as we introduce you to people with inspiring stories, some about love, some about life, and living it to the fullest.
And you're about to meet an incredible young woman who's sharing her life on TikTok as she checks off items on her bucket list and navigates a new reality.
Yeah, Madison Beloy is only 26, but her whole world changed a year ago when she was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal cancer. It's the kind of news that most of us can't even begin to comprehend, and yet it hasn't stopped her from embracing life and letting her personality shine.
Madison has shared the ups and downs of her journey on TikTok, and she recently revealed her bucket list and what she wants to do most. Meeting celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay was one of her biggest goals, and yes, there you see it, just this past week it happened. We're so excited to hear about that experience and more because it's our honor to welcome Madison Beloy to Daytime. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
We can check off our list meeting you.
Oh my God,
What an inspiring story. We have to start with Gordon because you've just come back from that. You're still on a high.
It was so huge. I definitely am still on the high. Aside from being the kindest man in the world, I'm convinced that he only employs other kind people. Every single person that I had an encounter with gave me the most amazing, beautiful, respectful experience that I could ask for. Aside from like paying for the entire event. I got to spend the entire weekend partying with him and all of his loved ones. I got to attend the opening night at his new restaurant in South Beach, and it was the most amazing, beautiful experience, and I just feel like the luckiest person ever.
Gosh. Well, I love that your attitude towards what's going on is just, I'm going to still go out and live life. Tell me, if you don't mind taking me back to the diagnosis.
Absolutely.
And how you were able to push through.
So I was a kindergarten teacher prior to my diagnosis. I had taught for about 3 years pre-being diagnosed. And I think I got so caught up in teaching, and I was nannying and working so much that whenever I got the news that I had cancer, which came so out of the blue and was very unexpected for me, it, in the weirdest way in the world, felt like a weight off my shoulders, because I felt like this is now the only time in my life where self-care genuinely gets to be my #1 job. Like, this is the only position you can be in where keeping your body at peace and, you know, staying calm is the most important thing always. So honestly, being diagnosed with cancer gave me the
clarity?
Yeah, the clarity that I needed to see, oh my gosh, like, life is meant to be lived. And I'm so lucky to still have the time that I do. And I want to continue to do all of the things that are making me so, so, so happy.
That is the second time that you have used the word lucky in this interview. You have cancer, and you have said twice that you are so lucky. I'm the luckiest girl. I'm so lucky.
I stand by it. I am the luckiest girl in the whole wide world, because you see me here, and obviously, like, I'm doing so well. There are so many cancer stories that are going to go untold. So for me to have the platform to not only spread awareness to young women and how important it is to take our bodies and what we're feeling seriously, I'm also being given opportunities that I never would have had without cancer. And I think the only way that I can look at this is through the lens of lucky girl syndrome, and just knowing that if it's okay if I see the world through rose-colored glasses right now, you know? So
it is.
Amen.
Yeah, and we love to just see the smile on your face, and you brought so many other smiles to people, and I feel like it's one of those things, whether you're sick or healthy, there's a lesson to be learned in that. And you've come up with this bucket list now, so you keep yourself on task with doing more fun things like that. Tell me about some other things on your bucket list.
Definitely. So my bucket list was a compilation of things that I had already wanted to do pre-diagnosis and things that had come into play post-diagnosis. Some of the things on my bucket list are mathematically impossible, like rolling a Yahtzee every single time during the game will never, ever happen. But it would be really cool if it did happen to me.
Hey, you put it out there now.
Right, of course. But then other things, like, I'm really, really into the EDM music festival scene, and so getting, you know, opportunities to go into a DJ booth. I have now been on a podcast that's coming out soon, and all of these amazing opportunities from the bucket list. It's such a cool experience, and I'm so, so, so happy with what I published online. And I think my favorite part is that I listed 19 things on the bucket list, and there's a secret 20th.
And when will that secret 20th be revealed?
We will reveal it once I progress on the list a little bit more. That's whenever it will be revealed. But I think for right now, tackling the 19, it has been so, so, so cool. I got to summit this mountain that had kicked my butt last time I tried to climb it. Like I said, I met Gordon. I am now going to these music festivals, and I get to keep creating content, which I'm having so much fun doing. I feel like had I not been diagnosed, I wouldn't have found the place where I was supposed to be at, and that's right here, and I genuinely do feel so lucky for all of it.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you so
all
much.
that you do, Madison. Thank you.
Thank
and
you.
You can absolutely follow her journey, and you know you want to, on social media. Find her at Fruit Snack Maddie.
And stick around to meet a local chef whose hearing loss hasn't stopped her from communicating in the kitchen. Daytime will be right back.
Welcome back. Our next guests have a food truck whose title has a double meaning. Def Burger serves up classic American food like tacos, hot dogs, quesadillas, sandwiches, and of course, burgers.
Now, the food is Def, D-E-F, and the owner and chef is Def, D-E-F, and D-E-A-F. Anna Cerny uses American Sign Language, and her father, Brian, is co-owner, and they join us today to talk about how they don't let language stop them. Welcome to Daytime. And I also want to say hello, because you taught us a little sign language.
And how are you?
Yep, and doing fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for being here. I know that when people come up to order, there's also ways that they can learn sign language when they come to your food truck.
Oh yeah, we have a special paper that the menu is on. They can see what all of our menu choices are, plus the additions and choices for each item. Check what you want. Communication is easy that way. It's not that complex. And we also use gestures. We have signs and pictures on the truck that let people know what the ingredients are if they have questions. And so with pictures, gestures, and the written word, it's all pretty easy to communicate. And if they know sign language, of course, that's the easiest.
Anna obviously, you have quite a personality. I can tell from watching you and from spending a few minutes with you before the interview. Tell us, please, how your journey as a chef began. And thank you, Brian, for interpreting.
Well, I starts basically, I learned from a variety of places before the COVID pandemic hit. And once COVID hit, I decided maybe restaurant work is what I want to do for my living. So I had created my own recipes for coleslaw, for sauces for sandwiches. I'd worked in various places around the country, in Tennessee and in New York. And so with different ownerships, with either corporate ownership or small mom and pop places, one place was a pub. And they had a variety of chefs that had come in, old equipment, but I was used to maintaining things and making sure that we were cooking safely. But basically, I used my own recipes from my own experience at home and my own experiences at home, experimentations at home. I'm always trying new things and testing it out on family and getting feedback and improving. And that's basically what's driven where we are now. So I'm always willing to make changes to make it better. If I can find a way to make it better, make the customers enjoy the food better, that's great.
I sign up to always be a taste tester if you ever need one.
Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, we provide you food, but you got to let me know if you don't like it, too.
Okay. Has language ever been a barrier in your career in food, and how has running your own truck now changed some of that?
Hang on. You're asking well, I don't even remember what you asked. Ask the question again, and let's see if I can interpret it.
Has language ever been a barrier in your career?
Well, between deaf and hearing people who can't communicate with me, yes, and to some extent. Depending on the situation, I have to figure out what they're trying to communicate, and if they can write it down, that's very helpful. Using sign language books to help them understand how to communicate with me better. Mostly I depend on facial expression. I can see if something's wrong or going well, if they're basically intimidated or scared of communicating, and I'll work with them from where I see where they're coming to me from. So yes, we will use language in whatever way, whether I'm using my phone in English, or if I have a program that will change what people say into spoken text, that helps too. So there's all kinds of technology that's helpful, plus using American Sign Language. It's gotten a lot better, but there are still barriers to communication.
And especially because originally you are from Russia, so not only did you had to learn several languages and to sign in several languages. Was that difficult?
Right. When I was 6 o'clock, we were in a Russian school for deaf children that didn't allow sign language in instruction. When the teachers were gone, we all signed amongst ourselves as the kids did. But the instruction, they didn't allow, it was an oral method, meaning speaking, and maybe finger spelling. And so then I was adopted, came to America, and everything was new. So different writing system, different language, different sign language. And so I was afraid from my experiences in Russia that if I did something wrong, I'd be severely punished. And it took me a while to figure out that I could make mistakes and learn, and it was okay. So in Russia, you know, we didn't have a lot of food at the school. And so, well, right, so if there was ever food available, you know, it was like a pot of soup, had to feed all 30 kids at the school. And so if I had the opportunity to eat spoiled food, you would get sick, but you were so hungry you were willing to put up with that. I didn't know that story. Okay, and so, but that was your experience in Russia, and then coming to America, it was much more free opportunities to learn sign language, which was fine. I wasn't prohibited from learning sign language. My parents were good to me. We learned from teachers in the school, and everything was so different from my experiences in Russia. And I've been in various schools for deaf children, schools for hearing children that had interpreting services in them, and trying to keep up with the work and not fall behind. But basically, I've been successful wherever I've been at.
Congratulations. It's great to see you doing so well. And we can't wait to taste the food. I know that later on you're going to be cooking something up. Will you just sign what you're going to be making, and Brian, you tell us?
Okay, so the signs involved here, hamburger, this is hamburger. And you could, as a reason to express it, why is that hamburger, you could compress your hamburger meat between your hands.
All right.
You know, that's at least a reason for it.
So we are making hamburgers, and you can help with their brick and mortar location. That is one of their goals. They want to raise $10,000, so they've set up a GoFundMe account.
And you can see their menu at deafburger.com. And stick around because Anna is whipping up that Deaf Burger in our kitchen. So we'll be right back.
You're watching Daytime, presented by California Closets. Our people, our product, the California Closets experience.
Welcome back. Many faith-based nonprofits strive to be the hands and feet of Jesus, and we recently tracked down one that literally focuses on the feet of the homeless.
Agape Shoes doesn't operate out of any particular brick and mortar location. It's a group of volunteers that goes wherever the need is, distributing brand new shoes to homeless people in Tampa Bay.
And as I also found out, they don't just hand over shoes in an assembly line. They take the time to care for the feet and interact with each person they meet.
You never know where exactly you'll find Agape Shoes in action, but we are at Amazing Love Ministries in Tampa. I'm joined by the founder, Jeffrey Roble, along with volunteer Stephanie Simpson. Thank you both so much for taking the time to talk with me today.
Thank you, Farron.
Thank you very much.
So, Jeff, I got to hear, where did your inspiration for this come from?
I saw a church do this about 10 years ago, and then I just decided, why not myself? And I'll just get a group of people together. We were feeding in downtown Tampa. That's where I met Stephanie, and I call her my MVP because she helps out so much. The homeless consider these as transportation, and it's a huge need. You know, there's always a feeding ministry and a clothing ministry, but this is most important to a person in the homeless community, transportation.
And you all don't just hand off the shoes. Explain the process of what it's like when you help people out.
That's correct, Farron. Actually, we are trying to serve the streets and the people in need. We actually just want to put our hands to the feet, and we truly accept them if they want. We will bathe their feet and put the socks and shoes on their feet, and it's just a really nice connection to just let them be recognized as a person and just see where it goes from there. And they're just very grateful, and it fulfills us and for them. It's a good program. We love it.
I love that you do get that face-to-face interaction, and you have a ton of shoes here. Where did the donations come from?
Private donations, anonymous people will write me checks and then just hand it to me, and they know what I'm using the shoes for. No one gets a salary, and all we do is we do this for God.
Wow. And then you all don't only find locations around town to this, you go to schools too, right? Tell me about that.
We knew there was also a need at schools. There's some children that just, their parents can't afford it. And So we reached out to elementary schools, and we're able to provide about 50 to 100 a year at different schools around the Tampa Bay area that's in need.
Gosh, I think this work is just amazing. And give me an idea for the sheer amount and the number of people you're able to help.
I'm glad you asked that question. HUD has ranked Hillsborough and Pinellas County as the largest area of homeless people in a concentrated area, approximately 16,000. If you just take the sheer numbers, just in Tampa itself, it's about 2,000 people. We're barely scratching the surface. We give out approximately 400 shoes a year at different locations. We usually select 5 different locations in the Tampa area. So for a pair of shoes, it'll approximately last about a third of the year. So they need about 4 pairs of shoes every single year. So you can see where the need is for having shoes. Now, when we started this ministry, we told ourselves brand new shoes only. And Stephanie is the one that goes online and gets pallets of these shoes in on our limited budget in order to make this happen.
Wow, and I love that you all are able to bring this amazing mission to life. What are the things that you hear back from people after they're able to get some new shoes?
A lot of them are very excited. I love when I hear a woman, they get so excited that they actually get a woman's shoe. Some people are just so appreciative. We've had people literally roll up barefoot, and they just are always so grateful, and they feel so blessed that someone cares for them. And it's very humbling for us as well.
All right, and I see it on your shirt there. It says Agape Shoes, sharing God's love, and y'all are certainly doing that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, great work that they're doing. And if you'd like to donate new shoes or funds to purchase new shoes, we'll put a link to the Agape Shoes fundraising on our website, daytimeonline.tv.
We'll be right back. Welcome aboard. We're in the Champagne Room. This is actually an old school bus that was converted into a pretty pink party on wheels. And it's all about supporting local businesses, which is always a great reason to smile.
Yeah, and that's what you'll find at Localtopia 2024. There's going to be more than 300 vendors there that are all St. Pete based, and you get to see the fun, the play, the food, the drinks that are all active in St. Pete.
This is Olga Boff. She is the president of Keep St. Petersburg Local, and she's here to tell us all about Localtopia, 11th annual?
11th annual.
Congratulations.
Thank you so very much, and thank you for having us again. Thank you so very much. We're so excited about Saturday. We're so excited, and it's yet another year of trying to engage our community, like to support local in the most fun way. So we brought this pink party bus to show off as yet another, I mean, these are our local businesses, right? They come up with these wonderful ideas. So we have 300 of our city's favorite makers, entrepreneurs, brewers, you know, it's everything you can imagine St. Pete, like makes St. Pete awesome under one roof.
Because St. Pete is such a creative place.
Yes.
So, of course, there's creative spaces like this that are made from it. Talk to me about how important it is to keep some of these local businesses alive.
It's extremely important, and it's actually right now more than ever important. They're struggling, you know, post-COVID. They've had to endure so many different challenges, and especially right now with the growth of St. Pete, it's a very, very trying time for our local businesses. So our tagline is it's a community celebration of all things local. So we really want to celebrate these businesses, that not just that one day, but we want for people to understand that this is what makes St. Pete unique. This is what makes St. Pete such a special place and keeps people wanting to visit, live, work, play in our city.
Businesses like Star Trolley.
Exactly.
Which last year they brought a different trolley to our studio. Now they've come up with this amazing
idea. Which is having its debut. So you can find this on 3rd Street at the festival. And actually all around it you'll have different boutiques, clothing, all manner of local businesses that kind of cater to our community. And that's the other thing. Local businesses actually know our needs more than a Target would, right? So it's yet another reason that we need to continue to support this community. Those entrepreneurs actually create more jobs than any other chain would. So that day is definitely a celebratory, joy-filled day, but it's also an important message day, right? We have to continue to keep St. Pete local more than ever.
And I think what is so important and impactful is that it's not just a business you're supporting. You get to meet the faces behind the business. It's the people that live in the community too.
These are your families. These are your friends. These are your neighbors. You know, these are the folks who are like trying to put food on their table every day and really make our community what it is.
So tell us exactly where it is, the time, and how the best way to get there, where to park, all that stuff.
Okay, awesome. It's this Saturday, 2/24/24. We're going with that.
Ooh, nice, easy to remember.
From 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's actually Williams Park is the heart of the event, always has been. And we close all of the streets around the park because local goodness spills out now. We have so much to showcase. So yeah.
All
That's
right,
fantastic.
look forward to it. Thank you so much for having us
no,
and for bringing this.
Oh, I know. Like, ladies, you've got to book this and book it soon.
We're booking the champagne room. Thanks, Olga. Daytime, we'll be right back. Welcome back to our Reason to Smile show. We're here in the Daytime Kitchen with Anna and Brian Cerny of Def Burger.
And we are going to get to try one of Anna's famous burgers now that I see she's already started cooking up for this. This looks delicious.
Yep, got the cheese melted and things are ready to roll.
All right, so this is the Def Burger, your signature burger. What is in it?
So it includes, we have the sesame seed bun, we have provolone cheese, we have a homemade remoulade sauce, which is my secret recipe. We also have my also homemade Def slaw sauce, the chopped vegetables for the slaw. Hang on, you're going faster than I can keep up with. So we got the cabbage, we've got the Italian parsley, carrots, and red onions. Those are mixed with the sauce, and once we do that, then we do a fresh squeeze of lime. Every serving of slaw gets its own fresh squeeze of lime. That goes on top of the burger, and it's a delicious combination, and you're going to love it.
All right, we're going to take a stab at making the slaw. You talk us through it, please?
Okay, so you grab a handful of the slaw and put it in the pan. That's a little bit less than that. You're only putting it on the burger. You're not putting it in a big bowl for... Oh, there we go. That's good. So we want to add enough sauce to mix it up. Yeah, so keep going. You're going good. Going a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Hang on. Wait. We're doing the lime now?
Now?
Okay, and then we mix it. Yeah, so go ahead and squeeze it in there.
Do we do just one?
So that's enough for 2 people, so 2 limes, right? Yes,
2 limes?
Yep.
All right, yummy, yummy. And then do we mix it with the tongs?
You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, everything's
that looks
covered.
good.
So we'll make sure that if it's
More
a little bit
sauce?
dry, you might add a little bit more sauce. So we monitor it as we go.
The chef has made the necessary adjustments.
We want to make sure that it's, it softens the crispiness of the fresh vegetables, but we maintain the crispiness.
Go ahead,
okay,
Taryn.
So we got toasted buns. We're going to put some remoulade sauce on it, just a little bit on each one.
Oh, my goodness.
On each bun. That's going to be good.
Whoa, okay, hang on. You're getting ahead of me here. We got to put the burger on first.
All right.
And then, but you're doing fine. It'll work out either way. Now we put the slaw on top of the melted cheese.
Oh my goodness!
And fill in.
Good.
Okay, that's good. And then we're on to the other one.
Whoop! I could not be a chef.
Well, you're getting it.
It looks very pretty.
It does.
All right, so we make sure it fills the burger. That's good. We put
May we taste it?
Oh, we're making these for you.
Okay. I can't wait. It smells incredible.
Do you want them wrapped to go, or do you want to just go ahead and eat it now?
We'll go and
We're
eat
ready
it.
to eat it now.
Ready, Farron?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Anna and Brian.
That's so good.
And that's why you're doing this, because you enjoy watching the facial expressions. Yeah. So DEF, D-E-F, meaning the taste is a perfect match of things. You can get a McDonald's and you can get lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickles, and the same stuff that every place else puts on their burgers. Or you can get crisp, fresh vegetables on top of your burger like this.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Anna
much.
and Brian. Such a pleasure having you both here. Dad, business partner, interpreter, chef superstar. A total pleasure to have for our
Fantastic.
Reason to Smile show. And that does it for us. Coming up on the next Daytime, presented by California Closets, learn about the food that built America.
We'll see you next time. Have a great day.